Many of us are familiar with the late Scottish American named John Muir. Even though he lived way back in 1838 through 1914, he was commonly known as John of the Mountains, and even more so today as Father of the National Parks. Of course, not to be taken too hyper literally, but simply because he has been the most popular and persuasive advocate responsible for the preservation of wildernesses and parks in the United States of America, rather than have it all develop into profitable concrete jungles. A lot was even named after him: schools, hospitals, apartments, streets, parks, hiking trails, and even some people were named after him, because he made such a big impact. And we appreciate these national parks rather than everything getting developed. Some people like him had the vision and insight. Have you ever heard or hiked any part of the John Muir Trail in California, which goes from inside Yosemite National Park through Kings Canyon National Park, through the Sequoia National Park, and down to Mount Whitney, the tallest, highest elevation mountain in the 48 continental United States? Nevertheless, as this famous John Muir once said, everybody needs beauty as well as bread, places to play in and pray in, where nature may heal and give strength to the body and soul alike. Of course, nature alone is not our ultimate healer. We are not to worship the creation, and I don't think John Muir is trying to impose that, of course. But it was all made by our ultimate healer, given to us as simply a physical to a spiritual boost, as we are physical to spiritual beings, to better connect, pray, worship, live, and even rejoice with our healer, and with each other as possible, whenever inspired. Sometimes it's good to go off and be with him in nature on your own. And why not this biblical prophetic feast of Sukkot, also known as Tabernacles in English, near and within Yosemite National Park, to make this biblical prophetic feast a dream vacation while observing our Creator's completeness of 8 consecutive days, counting that 8th day as a retreat, and a feast all wrapped up in one: worship and learning, teachings, Hebraic dance, fellowship, and physical food and feasting as well as spiritual. Family bonding, and singles too, all ages alike, as mishpacha, as we say in Hebrew, one family or body. Have you ever felt, as John Muir once said, the world is big and I want to get out and get a good look at it before it gets dark? Or how about, as he also said, I am losing precious days. I am degenerating into a machine for making money. I am learning nothing in this trivial world of men. I must break away and get out into the mountains to learn the news. Well, how about the good news? Or we may also say gospel, and the written Torah as one, as the Holy Bible is one holy book. All Scripture is inspired by the same Maker and Creator. As John Muir said regarding Yosemite alone, he said, "It is by far the grandest of all special temples of nature I was ever permitted to enter." And knowing all the travels and hiking he did, what a compliment that is to Yosemite. And regarding the 2019 Feast of Sukkot Tabernacles coming, as John Muir, to give him another quote here, not specifically to the feast, but as he said, "The mountains are calling, and I must go." Well, hopefully more than just the mountains are calling you to keep his biblical prophetic feasts that are a shadow of things to come, greater things in the future they're symbolic of. If you can say yes to any of John Muir's quotes that I've just given, how about joining us for the 2019 Sukkot Feast of Tabernacles from Sunday at sunset, that's at the end of Sunday when the sun sets, October 13th, and the 14th being the first day, until sunset of October the 21st. If so, everyone needs to register beforehand at www.graftin.org. And then go to the left sidebar link titled Register for 2019 Holy Days. And when you go to that webpage, you scroll down till you see the Feast of Sukkot Tabernacles and click on the Register Now button. And answer the questions so that we know what to prepare for and everyone to be there, what we need to prepare for. And a maximum of 200 people. Will have to close the registration because that's all the building can legally hold. And for those of us who are going, even if we have to dodge bullets to get there, or walk through the valleys and the shadows and even the canyons of death if need be, we will fear no evil, not given any wrong spirits of fear, but of love and of power and a sound mind.